I first met Sandy Kareen in 1999, and it's while I was a new worship leader in another church, and she had come and we had ministered together, and it was really pretty special. And over the next, well, actually from then until now, we've been ministering together, so it's been really great. And whenever it was time for the Revival Center to start, Sandy had asked me if I would assist with the music and help out. And so I was so honored to do that, because God moves and things happen, and God is just so real, and it's just such an honor to serve alongside with her. We plow together, and it's just such an honor. Very happy to do it.
Lots of folks called to be worship leaders. Talk about your role, your involvement. What is it like to be a worship leader?
What's it like to be a worship leader? Well, it's sometimes it's very tricky, especially in our environment, where we are not just a regular, we're going to do 4 songs or 5 songs or 25 minutes, and then we're going to go on with the rest of the program, because the program is doing what the Lord wants us to do. So that means that anytime things can shift, things can move, things can happen, and we've got to be able to shift and move with it, because my job is to support what's going on, what God's doing, as well as to lead the people in worship. So being a worship leader, it can be tricky, because not only are you having to look at the music, read the words, sing the words, pronounce the words, you're listening to the band, what the band's doing, you're directing the band, you're trying to keep an eye on what's going on in the ministry area, and at the same time trying to listen to the Lord to find out what He's telling me that I need to do. So it can be very tricky, and it's very, very enjoyable. It feels almost like a dance. Dancing with the Spirit is what you're doing, basically. So it's tricky.
That's good. How would you describe the vision or the mission or the heartbeat of the ministry?
The vision of the ministry, I believe, is to see people following Christ with their whole hearts, to turn away from their flesh and to follow and embrace the sacrifice, to pick up their cross and to do the hard thing, to be obedient, to do the hard thing, to honor the Lord with everything that we do and everything that we say. And so the heartbeat is for us to become Christ-like. That is the heartbeat.
How's the Lord using the ministry to help share the gospel? Talk about evangelism.
Evangelism. It's just this ministry sends streaming our services all over the United States and all over the world, actually. And there are many people that watch, many people that respond. And so that is our little bit of evangelism, world evangelism, right there, that we are ministering to the people via the internet.
Very good. And talk about a clear, concise gospel message every service, right? You get an opportunity to receive Christ. Have you ever heard it before?
Oh yes. That's casting the net is something that's always happening, and many times we're how do I say it? We are waiting on the Lord and the Lord's timing to move forward, because something sometimes needs to happen. So we're worshiping until that thing happens, whether it's some person finally gets to the point where they'll come forward and say, yes, I've been away a long time, it's time to come back. So it's really nice, because we always have an evangelistic message. We're always asking people, come to the Lord. If you've known the Lord before, come back to the Lord. What are you doing? Why are you waiting? Let's go. So there's always an opportunity.
Talk about discipleship. How are you guys making disciples?
We're making disciples. We have monthly meetings, not only weekly meetings about Bible studies, but we also have monthly spiritual training where we come together, and Sandy is teaching us all the things that she's learned over all the years of ministry that she's had. So it's real, and it's where the rubber meets the road, and she gives lots of great examples, and we are able to ask questions, so it's very interactive as well. So we've got a lot of discipleship that's happening there in a training environment, plus our church is a training body that we raise up people to lead.
Very good. And talk about ways people can get involved prayer support, financial support, volunteer opportunities?
How would people support the ministry? Well, of course, we always need prayer. We always need prayer. But we also have orphanages that we support. You know, I'd mentioned before about our evangelism, but we do have real missionaries, people that we support that are out reaching the lost for the Lord as well. But how they can get involved is through prayer support, through financial support. Come and join us. Come and join us in our mission to follow the Lord and to die to ourselves and be a living sacrifice.
Very good. Revelations 12:11, they overcame the evil one by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. What does that mean to you?
By the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. That's, you know, without the blood of the Lamb, there's not much to live for. So the blood of the Lamb is what makes this all possible. But the word of our testimony, I see it in three parts. It's what it is we say, what it is we do, and what it is we think about or devote ourselves to. What it is we say when we're talking to other people, when we're telling people about the Lord. What it is we do when we're living our lives before the Lord, when we're being sacrificial, when we're doing the hard things, and also what we ponder or what we devote ourselves to, and that is our relationship with the Lord. And so those are the three things, and that's what I see as the word of our testimony.
Very good. Why do you do what you do?
I do what I do because I'm afforded an opportunity to serve the Lord, and I get an upfront seat to see him work and to see him move. And it's just awesome. And it makes me want to stay there. I feel so blessed that I'm able to do what I do. So I don't do what I do just because it's some musical gig, but I just feel a real calling to it. And I'm very happy to participate and be a part of it.
Final question. Is there anything else the Lord put on your heart to share with us today?
You know, serving the Lord can be difficult, and there's times where it's really hard. And there's times where there's parts of the scripture that we may not want to obey, we may not want to read the way it reads. But in order to be like Christ, we have to be radical in our belief, radical in our following. We have to lay it down. We have to pick up our cross and go where that takes us. Follow the Lord with whatever he's telling you to do. That's what I have to say.